The mightiest peaks in Austria, the largest glacier surfaces of the Eastern Alps, and Europe's most impressive waterfalls. The crystal clear water is a source of life for more than 10,000 animal species in the Hohe Tauern. In the breathtaking mountain landscape of the Hohe Tauern, with its many different climatic zones, we find a unique and surprisingly versatile ecosystem. In the Hohe Tauern National Park, man and nature coexist in perfect harmony, creating a healthy habitat for the region's fauna, flora, and human inhabitants. For centuries now, the historical alpine region, with its pastures and mountain meadows, has been naturally cultivated and formed by farmers. But this mountain world is still a wilderness. And it should remain a wilderness. In 1991, the by far largest nature reserve in Europe was opened. The many unknown natural treasures of this alpine wilderness still remain largely hidden. These intact habitats form a Noah's Ark in this alpine world of animals and plants. Since its opening, the Hohe Tauern National Park can boast an exemplary success story as it continues the development of this wonderful form of nature conservation. The impressive Hohe Tauern Massiv is a product of tremendous natural forces that shaped the landscape over many millions of years. Gradually adapting to the harsh conditions, countless animal and plant species slowly began to populate this habitat. The Hohe Tauern National Park is characterized by its fusion of primeval alpine landscapes and cultivated land. Alpine pastures are an ideal habitat for many species. These carefully tended mountain meadows are a rare example of nature thriving in a cultivated environment. The traditional farming methods benefit both man and nature. An irresistible feeling of peace and tranquility descends upon the visitor as he witnesses the effortless balance between human activity and untamed nature. Providing accurate information to the general public is an important mission of the Hohe Tauern National Park. In modern information centers, visitors to the Hohe Tauern National Park receive detailed information about hiking routes, adventure tours, and events. These are all important preparations to combine an intimate experience of nature with an in-depth knowledge about the intricate workings of the ecosystem. In this way, the information centers provide an indispensable service for the stay in the Hohe Tauern National Park. An extensive network of walks in the Hohe Tauern National Park invites the visitor to discover the secrets of the mountains, on comfortable footpaths in the valleys, or on demanding alpine trails in the peak regions. Only a few generations ago, the hardy inhabitants of the Alps still had to saddle their horses to stock up their mountain homes with essential supplies. Today, however, the Glockner Trek is a most pleasant way of discovering the impressive mountain landscape on horseback, without disturbing the delicate balance of nature in the peak regions. In addition to horse treks, the national park offers a choice of experience-oriented field trips. Cultural history is the main theme of the snowshoe walk, but most activities focus on natural science, such as guided wild animal observation and plant studies. Irrespective of the time of year, trained national park guides will gladly initiate the visitor into the secrets of the alpine world. The staff of the national park is trained in the National Park Academy. In addition to a wide range of events for visitors, the Academy also offers theoretical and practical training courses for its own staff, ensuring that it is up to date to the latest scientific developments. At seminars and lecture series, various aspects of nature, culture, and history are explained to the general public. Interpretation trails playfully communicate knowledge about the Hohe Tauern Mountains. Following these trails, the visitor learns interesting facts about nature, gains first-hand experience of the distinguishing features of this fascinating region, and begins to comprehend the intricate workings of the region's ecosystem. For instance, in the case of the Nature Interpretation Trail in Kals, where huge wooden tunnels amplify distant noises and animal calls. Interpretation trails are ideal for all those who wish to enjoy the beauty of nature, but also want to find out more about the biological facts. Display boards provide interesting information. Printed literature and brochures are also available for selected interpretation trails. The many interactive knowledge stations are an especially attractive feature for families. However, the primary goal of the Hohe Tauern National Park is to raise the ecological awareness of visitors through first-hand experience of nature, combined with the promotion of an understanding of its complex biological systems. Even the youngest visitors are included in these efforts.
Oh, der ist ja super. Wo hast du den gefunden?
Ein groß. Das schaut super aus. Und riesige Schlag.
Park guides organize special children's programs to teach youngsters to recognize the fascinating wildlife in the Hohe Tauern National Park. From a knowledgeable source, they learn about the lush alpine vegetation and strange creatures inhabiting the mountain meadows. A strong bond with nature develops. Of course, some young visitors choose more sportive ways of enjoying the Hohe Tauern National Park. the national park as an adventure playground. In special camps, the children acquire basic mountaineering techniques, always supervised by experienced mountain guides. Waterfalls, canyons, and gorges are negotiated with the help of a safety rope. Children crave challenge. The adventure camps, organized by the Hohe Tauern National Park, satisfy this demand. Mountaineering, adventure, and the experience of belonging to a team are pure fun, but they also promote an intuitive understanding of the beauty of the Hohe Tauern Mountains. The bearded vulture epitomizes an exceptional project in the Hohe Tauern National Park. The resettlement of locally extinct or endangered animal species. This successful scheme demonstrates how the protection of endangered species is combined with scientific research. As the result of a long-term resettlement program, the bearded vulture, the Alps' largest bird, has now returned from the brink of extinction. Indeed, as many scientific studies show, its population in the Hohe Tauern has finally stabilized. The Hohe Tauern National Park has proven to be the ideal initiator and partner for scientific projects in the area of nature conservation. Not only does the national park save and protect the thousands of animals living here, it also brings the Hohe Tauern habitat one step closer to its origins. However, the bearded vulture resettlement project is but one of many scientific projects in the Hohe Tauern National Park. Detailed landscape mapping, comprehensive vegetation records, and the collection of data about resident butterfly species contribute to reveal the true wealth and versatility of this natural asset in the Eastern Alps. The Hohe Tauern National Park is one of only a few refuges for endangered animals and plants. In the light of the continued exploitation of nature by man, the preservation of the last unspoiled areas in the midst of civilization deserves our utmost effort for the benefit of nature and equally for our own, so that many generations may yet be able to enjoy the fascinating display of nature in the Hohe Tauern National Park.